Hey there, it's your host Des, and you are listening to episode number 185. And today we are closing out an incredible season 5 with reflecting on some of what we've covered over these past 47 episodes. And yes, you heard that correctly. Season 5 had 47 episodes. It was a mix of interviews and some solo episodes thrown in there as well. It has been just an incredible season. I was so fortunate in being able to meet incredible people with inspiring stories from all over the world, and I'm so grateful that they were also willing to be vulnerable and share their stories with us. We are also going to take an exciting look at what's to come in season 6. So, whether you've been with me from the very beginning or you've just joined recently, I'm so grateful for your support and the conversations we've been able to share together. This season has been such a journey of growth, healing, self-discovery, as we've explored mental health and wellness from so many different angles. So, we kicked off the year by setting intentions and laying the foundation for how we could approach 2024 with clarity and purpose. And from there, we dove headfirst into crucial topics like anxiety, healing from betrayal, emotional eating, healing from sexual trauma, coping with a cancer diagnosis with poor prognosis. I had 2 guests come on and talk about that. Those episodes were back to back, and near-death experiences as well. We explored themes like burnout, self-worth, self-care, self-love. We learned about fascinating modalities like hypnotherapy. And I also shared my own personal experience and journey of moving to a new state. And that is just to name a few of the topics we've explored together this past year. What a season! We discussed so many deeply important topics, and it's been such a privilege to hold space for these important conversations and to learn right alongside you. I hope that you learned just as much as I have and took a lot away from these stories. As always, my hope is that you found tools, insights, inspiration, and hope to support you on your mental health and wellness journey. So, looking ahead to season 6, I'm excited to share what's in store. So, first off, I know I did this a while back, but I am once again shifting to bi weekly episodes. As you know, we moved to Washington State over the summer, and though we love living here, I felt very ungrounded and just totally discombobulated. I tried very hard to stick to my routines and my habits, and I just felt totally uprooted from my structure, just completely out of whack. I'm finally starting to feel more settled and grounded, but I started my full-time job in September and I have an hour commute each way. And then I see my private practice and coaching clients in the evenings. And as you know, if you have been following me for a long time, we travel a lot as well. And run a cat rescue on the side when I'm able, though I haven't been able to do that so much here in Washington, just a few rescues at this point. So, with everything going on, as much as I love these conversations and sharing them with you each week, I'm just not able to sustain weekly episodes at this time. I am hoping that will change in the future because I do plan to look for jobs closer to my apartment, so I'll keep you posted about that. But for now, I'm planning on bi-weekly interview episodes and then some solo episodes thrown in there, so it'll typically be 2 to 3 episodes per month. I'm also taking a step back for an exciting reason. I'm planning to bring you so many more offers. I've been working so hard on all of my ebooks and my worksheets and my group offers. I really want to hunker down and start selling physical products as well and finally launch my workshops and self-care course that have just been complete and sitting on my computer for literally the last maybe 2 years. I have all of these things done, but I'm not good with the tech side, so I had no idea how to get all of this stuff on my website. I did finally hire someone to start helping me with my website this past year, and he's been just helping me so much. He's been helping build it all up. But still not done. I still have so much more to do, so much work. And I also want to focus more on written interviews as well. I really love doing the written interviews, but that's been just completely neglected. With stepping back from the podcast a little bit, I'm hoping to have more time to focus my time, my energy, and my attention on all of my goals that I've been neglecting, but ones that I'm super excited about. So wish me luck because I'm going to need it for all that I want to accomplish in 2025. Also, 25 is my lucky number, so I'm hoping it's going to be a good year. I'm really excited for what's to come in season 6. We'll be diving deep into topics like hygge, which will actually be the season premiere topic for season 6, which goes live January 9th. So, being this is the season finale, we are going to have a 2-week break before the season premiere. We're going to be talking about healing grief through CrossFit, self compassion, ketamine assisted therapy for depression, making friends as an adult, gut health, and being an effective leader. And that's just to name a few episodes coming up in the next few months, and it's already shaping up to be such an amazing season. I'm going to have on so many expert guests, amazing guests sharing their stories of strength, resilience, hope, and growth, and some solo episodes sprinkled in between. I don't know about you, but I am so excited. Okay, so now I want to shift gears a little bit. I posted on my social media in my Facebook group and on Instagram that I was going to be doing a few minutes of Q&A on the season finale, so I wanted to answer just a few questions that I had received. So, question number 1, how do you manage your own mental health while hearing heavy topics from guests and your work as a therapist? I really love this question, but it's kind of hard to answer for me in a way of maybe giving advice or wisdom or guidance to somebody, because I think that I actually have a secret talent or skill because I'm really great at compartmentalizing. I always have been, even super early on in my career. Even though my whole world is mental health and wellness, like I breathe, eat, sleep, and drink mental health and wellness, I have always been really good about leaving work at work and keeping things separate from my home life. I remember in the beginning of my career, like the first couple of years, I was a therapist for kids and teens at an outpatient community mental health clinic, and a student from my college shadowed me for the day. She joined all of my sessions with my kiddo clients, and I saw this little girl, and after the session, the student looked at me and she said she didn't know how I did this job. I was confused and asked her what she meant, because this was just your regular mill, like, therapy session with a kid, and I didn't feel super activated by it or triggered or anything. And she said the little girl's story was going to weigh on her and she wouldn't be able to stop thinking about it. I was kind of surprised, because not to be unempathetic at all or to sound uncaring, because this is my career and what I've dedicated my life to, so obviously I care. But once that child left my office, I was already I had already shifted gears and was ready for the next kiddo. So for me, I think this is something that comes very natural to me, but I would say that self-care, sticking to my healthy routines and habits is so important. Strong boundaries and that compartmentalization for the win. I mean, that's a really great question. So if you are struggling with that, I would say definitely seek out supervision, like peer support, peer consult groups, things like that. Because there was another instance of, in graduate school, we did a lot of different role plays, and I remember a few instances where my peers, the people in my program, would just break down crying, sobbing during these role plays. And I was pretty shocked that they had such a strong reaction to some of these role plays, that they were really dealing with their own stuff. And I think that it's really important as a therapist, as a coach, to really work on your own stuff and work through things before you can not before you can help people, but really work through your stuff so that you could be that much more effective and less triggered. So yeah, again, great question. Number 2, I want to start a podcast. Is it hard? Oh my gosh, yes. So it's honestly just so much work. Many people who have podcasts, they have teams and they hire help. But for me, I do it all on my own pretty much. I did have an editor for a few episodes, but I typically do it all on my own, from finding the guests, filtering out guests that may not be the right fit, setting up the interviews, scheduling, so many emails back and forth, recording the conversations and interviews themselves, the editing, the marketing, the show notes, the detailed show note blog, social media. It's so much. It takes up so much time, which, going back to, again, is why I'm switching to bi-weekly episodes, because it's just not sustainable for me every week at this time with working, 2 jobs, a full-time and a part-time. It's so much. So if you can hire, that would be super helpful and amazing. But right now it's just me, so it's a ton of work. It is all definitely worth it though. I do really, really love it. Okay, last one, super easy. Who is your dream guest? Brene Brown, hands down. I love Brene Brown. I've read almost all of her books. I've watched her TED Talks. I watched her HBO special. I listened to both of her podcasts. I follow her on social media. Oh, I just love her. Thanks so much for the questions, and let me know. You can message me on social media or you can email me. Let me know if you want me to do more Q&A questions and include them in these episodes. And feel free to send in your questions. You can email me at accordingtodez@gmail.com, or you can send me your questions on Instagram at The Wellness Project with Des. Thanks so much for joining me for the journey of season 5. Your presence, your support, your feedback, and engagement mean the world to me. If you've enjoyed this season, I'd love for you to share your favorite episodes with a friend or leave me a review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It really helps me to grow. It helps me to get more amazing guests on the show, and it helps me to reach more listeners who might really need these conversations. So until next time, take care of yourself, and I'll see you for the season premiere of season 6 on January 9th, 2025. I hope that you enjoy a calm and peaceful holiday season.